Hello, dear friends, and welcome back to another story time. Tonight, I have something truly special for you. A tale about wonder, discovery, and the quiet kind of magic that rests beneath the surface of everyday life. This story is for everyone, no matter your age, so pour yourself a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's begin. Once upon a gentle afternoon, you were wandering along a path that few people noticed. The forest around you was calm, dressed in shades of green that swayed with the softest breeze. Birds sang from the treetops, their songs weaving with the trickle of a faraway stream. You felt at peace here, as though the world itself was breathing slowly, inviting you to do the same. The path curved between moss-covered stones and tall oaks, leading you deeper into a place where sunlight seemed softer, almost golden. Flowers bloomed in unexpected corners, tiny bluebells nodding shyly as you passed. It was the kind of walk that makes time feel slower, the kind of walk where your heart feels lighter with each step. And then, as if guided by something unseen, you discovered it. Hidden between two old willow trees was an opening, a small arch of twisted vines and wild roses. Beyond it lay a glimmering pool, so clear that the sky above seemed caught within its surface. The water sparkled as though it held stars in daylight. You had stumbled upon something rare, something whispered only in legends, the fountain of youth. Dear listener, as you stood at the edge of that crystal pool, you could hardly believe your eyes. The air felt different here, lighter, sweeter, almost humming with energy. The fountain was not grand or towering. It was simple, small enough to fit in the palm of the forest, yet it held a beauty so deep that your heart quietly knew this was a gift of the earth. You knelt beside it, watching ripples dance across the surface. A bird, curious and unafraid, landed nearby. Its feathers shimmered with unusual brightness, as if it too had been touched by the fountain's power. The moment felt safe, like a secret shared only between you and the forest. When your fingers finally touched the water, it was cool, softer than rain. You cupped a little and brought it to your lips. The taste was unlike anything you'd ever known, fresh, like the very first drop of spring rain, carrying both sweetness and calm. At once, a warmth spread gently through you. You felt lighter, as though your spirit was gently unwrapping from layers of time and worry. The world around you glowed brighter. The leaves shone with a green so vivid it seemed new. The air smelled sweeter, and your reflection in the water looked not younger exactly, but clearer, like the truest version of yourself. It wasn't about turning back the clock, but about remembering who you really were beneath the years. You sat there for hours, letting the fountain whisper to you, filling your heart with peace. And so, dear friends, we come to the end of our story. You left the fountain as quietly as you had found it, the path behind you closing with the gentle sway of vines and blossoms. You knew you would never tell another soul, not because it was a burden, but because the fountain's gift was not meant to be taken, only carried. As you walked back to the village, every little detail felt precious. The laughter of children chasing each other across the square, the smell of bread cooling on windowsills, the way the setting sun painted the rooftops in warm gold. Nothing had changed, and yet everything had. You had been reminded of life's most tender secret, that youth is not only about years, but about wonder, kindness, and the ability to see beauty wherever it blooms. You spent your days cherishing that gift, planting flowers along your cottage fence, telling stories by the fire, sharing warm bread with neighbors. Each moment felt like a small eternity, held softly in your hands. And though you never returned to the fountain, its magic lived on in you, glowing quietly like a lantern that never goes out. Thank you, dear listener, for walking this path with me tonight. If this story brought you peace or wonder, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me again for more gentle tales. Until then, may your days be filled with light, love, and a touch of hidden magic. Good night.